How's everybody doing today? Go live. Not what I wanted. Excellent connection. Well, we're stepping things up. Excellent connection. What we needed. Swear this overall like situation, this back and forth with like hedge funds just kind of pisses me off, you know? Just freaking sucks. It's like, I don't know, it kind of eats away at you. I better not get like a 7,000 notifications like I did yesterday. But yeah, this definitely eats away at you. Let me add my. Sure. All right. How's everyone doing this morning? What's an ATER? I get that a lot. How do I get that a lot? Currently down. It was down 39% yesterday, down 5% again today. Just watch out for these. I don't really know what detail it has when it comes to short interest, if that's the reason why you are seeing a larger jump. ATR. Yeah, so that's the reason why. As you see 56% short interest for free flow. Understand that these situations, yes, they have so much short interest and they can skyrocket. But as they start to get to these higher numbers, and when they do increase to these higher numbers, just understand that just because that short interest is still high doesn't mean that it's going to continue to run. That large increase could be due to the fact that they do have that large amount of short interest, and you have a lot of FOMO buying that is going on, but not enough to justify, that increase. So people are not holding it. It's different than AMC. So yeah, I would say it's different than AMC and GME at those points, and that's why you see it come back to levels and then stay at those levels and then never end up increasing back to the levels that it once was, because of the fact that it's not as held, as popular as something like AMC or GME. So that's what I have with that position. I don't hold any of ATER, but I can see that they are having a massive pullback at 39%, seeing that massive pullback, and I wouldn't say that it'll stop there. But let's look at the detail for 6 months. Yeah, it's just recently started to run up. So if you're investing at some of these points, these are some of the highest points that you could find. Now, previously, you have seen it higher. Let's go back year to date. You have seen it up to 45, but it pretty much fell all the way back down to about 3. And then you could see some form of resistance up here at 21, but it's way below that at $10 or $11. So, yeah, there's AMC situation where it's down 4%, it's down 8%, ups and downs, lefts and rights. It's just, it's kind of painful to watch and to not to really be a part of, but I really don't like the fact that they continue to fight this thing, and they can push this thing on for so much longer. They can push it on for a year and a half, 2 years. They can push it on for as long as they want because it's an unrealized loss. So, and they have nothing that's really pushing them out besides the thought of having that unrealized loss. So we have 51 people here, guys. Hit the like button as soon as you come in here. It does help out the channel. Good morning, Matt. Good morning, Matt, to you as well. Great day to buy. It does look like it's a good day to buy some. We already bleed in pre-market AMC. Shaking my head. Yeah, I hear you. AMC is scaring me. Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't scare you. If you play it the right way, you should always play it to where you're comfortable with what you're holding. If it's scaring you, then you're not comfortable with what you're holding in that position. Like for AMC, I'm obviously still up quite a bit. Oh. With a cost basis of $26. For GME, I'm down. You know, SOS, ZOM, all of those, I'm down quite a bit. But am I afraid? Am I fearful that all of that will be lost? No, because I can lose all of it and I don't care. Um, uh, but I'm not saying that that's what your mindset needs to be throughout the lifetime of you trading. It's to the point to where you need to understand that you are investing things that you are not afraid to lose. Obviously, I don't want to lose, $6,000, $7,000 or whatever, but you should always be comfortable with that. It should never be to a point where it's like, all right, well, this is my rent money or this is my, bill money or whatever. But this will play out. It's just going to take a long time to play out. It's just like the overall mortgage crisis situation that took years to end up playing out because they just like to fight things. They realize that it's an unrealized gain. Unrealized loss. And it's just ridiculous, that they would play it this way. But, they could do whatever they want. It's their money. Or technically it's not their money, but it is their money at the same time. I think I have figured out where I'm going to focus on crypto. Quant and Compound are going forward. What do you think? Quant and Compound are amazing. I've been looking into them. I want to do things with Compound. Let me go back to here. I want to do things with Compound that I haven't done with any other crypto because Compound, has a lot of potential to get up to that 500 mark, $1,000 mark, get up to higher and higher figures. It's gotten up to $900, right? So I want to figure something out with Compound to where I can basically sell maybe one and then buy back in lower and continue to sell that one. Hopefully I don't pay a lot in fees. I don't really know how much the fee will actually be. We'll check that out if I do end up selling it. But I'm going to sell one at a higher point to get back in lower and see that, constant movement or constant transition from high to low. Quant, on the other hand, that has made some pretty decent moves and it has been, it has had its ups and downs. And, if it gets up to a certain level, obviously I believe where it can go with only 12 million, I would say 12 million coins. But yeah, I want to play that kind of the same way and just hold more, but hold more while day trading what I'm holding, if that makes sense. So, I like what crypto's doing. A lot of crypto is actually moving. My Coinbase Pro account is down. My Coinbase account though is up. So, yeah, this account is up. It's been up for quite some time. It's up to $5,000 and I only invested around 3,000 or so, close to it. So basically I'm up $2,000 and at its peak, I believe, let's look at the last week. Yeah, let's look at the last week. At its peak, I was close to $6,000. So these three coins for me, Algo, Cosmos, and Tezos, is moving quite a bit for me, and obviously gaining a ton of interest out of it as time goes on. So crypto is definitely like where it's at. It's something that's moving a little bit, and I think, as somebody pointed out, that I should probably be day trading a little bit more with crypto. And I'm thinking about doing that once I see certain prices for certain levels, because I do believe in some of these areas like Polymath. I'm sticking with the 2000 in there. I'm not going to move that for a while. Clover Finance, probably not going to move that for a while, but some of these lower ones, some of these ones here, even Harvest Finance, I'll probably find a way to make a move out of there to buy more in at the lower point. So if I take some out maybe at $320, $350, I want to see it, pull back to about 200, 250, and then I'll put more in there. So I'll keep doing that as it keeps moving and fluctuating back and forth day by day. So that's the plan for crypto, and just to increase that account, hopefully to 100K, without seeing a massive move If I can see swings and increase this account to 50K before we see large increases, that would be amazing. So we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, we'll definitely squeeze, or this will be some hoax. Newer to the stock market. Everyone. Yeah, I know. So if you will it definitely squeeze? Oh, you're asking, will it definitely squeeze, or uh can this be just some hoax newer to the stock? No, I don't think this is a hoax. Um, but I do believe that they can make anything happen. So it could end up being something that um is just unbelievable. I mean, if it doesn't happen, it's truly unbelievable because uh to tell you the truth, anything could happen. So they could rig the whole entire system to where it falls back on us in some way. And that's definitely possible. But you know, it has to happen. There's no way. Like even I would say if you look at the floor has to happen. Whether it gets to 10K or 50K or 100K is still something that I don't know if it will happen because there's so many variables. But that floor of $1,000 to $2,000, that has to happen. That has to be like a 90% chance that that's going to happen. Like it's just depending on when that's going to happen. So you have a lot of FOMO buying that could trigger that into effect, and then you'll start to see that squeeze. So the floor definitely has to happen. Safe Moon heading back up again. What are your thoughts about it? I still like Safe Moon. Well, I don't necessarily like it, but I still have Safe Moon. I don't know where it is. I have it in Gate.io. So let me go ahead and check. Hopefully, I don't have to sign in. Probably should keep me in for 30 days, and I just checked a couple days ago. So, oh, it didn't. I thought it did, and it signed me out. Let me see if I can quickly get in here real quick. I think that's the wrong password. Ah, perfect. All right, guys, give me a second. I know this is not good. Wait, you know what? That's probably not the right password either. Yeah, see. Um, see, 116 people in here, guys. Make sure you hit the like button. Fuck. Is I swear when they log you out, you have to do. I mean, it's not a bad thing that you have to do so much in order to log back in to anything. But holy shit! Sorry for anybody that's doesn't like curse words. Uh, doesn't look like it's increasing to me. I mean, I hold 25 million Safe Moon. It doesn't look like it's increasing too much to me, but you know that's just from what I'm looking at. But what are my thoughts on it? I do like Safe Moon as long as they have a burn rate. If they don't implement this burn rate or actually get it on different platforms, so when you do sell, that burn rate comes into effect. I feel like they need to burn off. I know they said that they were only willing to burn off to a minimum, I guess, of 25 million, 25 trillion or something like that. They were looking to get to 25 trillion, no less. I guess the maximum, I don't know how to say that, but whatever. 25 trillion is where they want to stop with the burn rate. But if they end up going past that to like 1 trillion or get into the billions, then you start to see this, really come into effect. So I'm going to hold the position as long as I possibly can. You never know when this will play out, and see what this ends up being. It's causing cause crypto to move. Yeah. What a mad dude. Wait, so sick of YouTube not alerting me. Like why alert button people this? I don't know. I don't know why they would have it if people don't get it, because I have over, I don't know, 20 or 30,000 people that have alerts set up, that have notifications set up, all notifications on, and nobody gets the notifications. But it's okay. And some people do end up getting it, but you have a very small amount of people. And when people do get it, like my wife will get it 2 days later or a week later. And it's insane to say that you get a YouTube notification, 2 weeks later. I understand it's probably to a point to where if you're not watching it every single day, then you won't get the notifications, or you're not watching it, once a week, you're not going to get the notifications. Like I'm subscribed to people and have notifications on, and I don't get their notifications. I'll get somebody else's notifications, even though I'm subscribed. I'll get recommended stuff that I'm not even, I don't even have all notifications on, which is just crazy. I understand getting recommendations on your homepage, but not as a notification. The notification should strictly be the people who you select. I want notifications from, but it's cool. YouTube is YouTube. That's how they run things. When I started with AMC, when you started, listen to you, you got me started. I'm glad I came across your video that day. Well, thank you. That means a lot. That really means a lot. If you were just getting started into investing, or if you just, got into AMC and you, are making a lot of money from it. I don't know how much you put in there, but it's great to be able to see that, because to see anybody else make money from, me helping them is always great. I love to help people. This is why the people around me, I always tell them, hey, you know what, maybe you should start a YouTube channel. You should start, an online business or whatever, and try and help them out in gaining money. Whether they take that and run with it, take that opportunity and notice that they have something in their hands and then run with it is on them. But, just to give them that opportunity. You have no excuses at that point. If you're like, oh, you know what, I don't make enough money. It's like, well, you have a like channel over here that will give you revenue for creating videos, something that you could do at home, something that you, if you wanted to do, wanted to make money elsewhere off of something that you do love, it would take time and you would have to promote yourself in so many different ways. But what you could do with a YouTube channel or whatever is you can create videos where you're promoting yourself without leaving your house. You're promoting your brand without leaving your house. You're building your own business without leaving your house. You can build something that you can make hundreds of thousands of dollars and millions of dollars from, depending on advertising, sponsorships, ad revenue, all of that stuff. Just grab the bull by the horns and just like run with it. I don't understand, if you help somebody out and they don't use that platform for not only for good, but for themselves to, make some money and better their life. But that's great. I don't know how I got on this rant about other people, but that's great to be able to see that, you invested in AMC, did it when I did it, not saying that it was advice or, anything. You just did your own research and noticed that it was an opportunity. And I'm glad that you came across my video as well. Thank you for being a subscriber. Rise and grind, Matt, to all the investors. Yep, I'm way behind. Scared was the wrong word. I'm still in the green. I just hate losing. Yeah, I know what you mean. Me too. Because like I look at my account and I could see like total I'm up $29,000 on AMC, and it's like, oh well, I'm upset with what's going on with that. And yeah, I could be upset, but I'm up $29,000 on AMC. I can't be that upset, right? That's not horrible. So obviously I have some room to, for that to decrease before I end up, being down on the overall position. And even to that, that's actually a lie there. $29,000. It should be more, because when this was transferred over, it came at a different cost basis. So it should be a lot more, because I only invested 16 in total. And then, when it got to about 20-ish, I took out 10, and then left the rest in there. Oh, I actually did the opposite. So I took out my initial investment, and then when I seen the opportunity of it coming back, I reinvested in at some of those lows so that I can obviously ride this thing up a little bit higher while playing my strategy. But still, $29,000. I can't be upset with what's going on there. I can be upset with what SOS is doing, down $2,400, but I know the opportunity there. It's just taking its time to play out. I have a couple of call options that are set out for SOS, Ride, and AMC. And then also I have ZOM that's down about $2,000, GME that's down $2,000, but obviously AMC right now, what I'm holding is up about $17,000. So I'm perfectly fine with it. I can't be mad at it, but I can at the same time because it should be a lot more. But hedge funds keep doing what they do best and lying and manipulating the stock market for, you know, for them basically. um, what about what about my wife? What? Wait, what? What about the wife's boyfriend? I don't know what that's. I don't know who you're referring to. I got the notification. And I was like second on. Well, that's awesome. See, I would love if everybody got the notification, but obviously, if they're watching other people and they don't watch me, then you're not getting that notification. Like for me, I don't know why YouTube does that. I'm subscribed to Clay Bro. I haven't seen a single one of his videos because they haven't popped up on my, channel. They haven't popped up on my feed. They haven't given me notifications or anything. Um, can't get Hex on Coinbase. Yeah. Um, I'm subscribed to Trey. I haven't got a single one of his notifications. I'm also subscribed to Matt, and it's because I haven't watched like them in a while. I haven't had time to just sit down and watch one of their videos. So since I haven't watched them in a while, I haven't gotten the notification. I don't know why they do that, but whatever. I honestly don't know how I'm awake. I didn't go to bed after 4 this morning. Wow. Let's hope today is a green day. I mean, we can hope, but right now it's around 3.5% down, which is not horrible. Obviously, it's not good being 3.5% down from where it closed, because total, like, we're down a lot more. We were down 8%, 8.5% yesterday, and now we're down another 3.6%, which is pretty big. So yeah. YouTube says you started streaming 1 minute ago. I've been watching you for 20 minutes. Yeah, I don't know. They're funny like that. I like to call that free drunk. I don't know what that means. Like when you're sleepy. Okay, let's fucking go. That's what I'm talking about. My average is still at 46, still waiting, still holding. That's awesome. That's great to hear. And people call you paper hands, Barry. Yeah, I know that pissed you off. When they called me that, I mean, they can call me whatever they want to call me. Um, like it's fine with me. You can say whatever you want, and maybe that's the reason why. I mean, it seemed to decline after I stopped streaming for a while. I think I streamed for a little bit before I went on vacation. Then after vacation, everything went downhill. I didn't really get any videos that were over 4,000 concurrent viewers after vacation. It's because once you take a break, you get off YouTube's radar. And once you're off of YouTube's radar, you get less views. And it's just funny how it works that way. But anyways, the way they can call me whatever they want to call me, because I know what I'm holding, and the people that do follow me and are in the Discord group and everything, they all know what I'm holding and what my plan is. Not my full plan, and like where I plan on pulling out different positions at certain levels, what I plan on doing there. But you do understand the way that I'm going to play it in some form or fashion. I watch your channel all the time. You give excellent advice. Well, I give excellent opinions, but yes, I know what you mean. Thank you for saying that, because obviously, you don't really see like the same amount of views for everybody, but I appreciate the people that are here, because you guys know what's going on here, and it's just easier to respond to everybody, because right now, I mean, with it subscribers only, I'm still having trouble getting to every single comment. So if I didn't, I'm sorry. Good morning, Matt. Good morning, all. Hope all is well. Yes, everything is going pretty well. I golfed yesterday, and we played another match against two other guys, and it was fun. Um, I also attempted a world record, which I think I definitely failed. I didn't really hit great shots. The world record is fastest golf hole, which it's not an official like attempt, because there's no um, like there's no person there from Guinness Book of World Records to basically say you beat this record type of thing. But I know I didn't. Uh, it was just fun to be able to attempt, and I think I'm going to attempt it more. I haven't like sprinted in a while, and to run 5 football fields um, and try and get it done in a matter of 1 minute and 29 seconds is a little ridiculous, and to hit golf shots in between. Yeah, my level of respect for you just increased tenfold, all because you willingly showed your positions, diamond-handed boss. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. Hey, dude, just checking in to say good morning and good luck in the markets today. Not being able to watch the stream due to work. Well, thank you for being here. Thank you for checking in. That means a lot. Uh, and I hope everybody's investments just go over well. Whether you have, AMC, ATER, Tesla, Apple, whatever you have, definitely do that. Just to call something out, I wanted to talk about Tesla a little bit, because Tesla recently I called out the fact that it would be a good swing trade opportunity to actually short the position where it was, and I know it's kind of scary to short a position like this, but if you look at some history here, you're going to see that when I called this out, it was up at the 740, 750 range, right? And it did increase to 764. If you would have shorted it somewhere around that area, you could actually if you would have bought 10, maybe you would have bought $7,000 worth or $7,500 worth, you would have been able to buy 10. So from that level of 750 down to 700, you would have been able to gain about $50, $40 per share that you have. So you would have been able to gain maybe about 40 or sorry, $400, $500 off of that swing trade in a matter of a couple of days, if you would have taken that from my Patreon. I do a swing trade of the week over there. And last week it was Tesla. This week I actually had Apple on here as more of a positive move to jump above this 15 or 200 EMA, because it's shown that it has bounced off the 200 EMA. It's just not really a positive day for a lot of, or a positive week for a lot of positions. So let's hope that we don't see that continue this route. We hope that we will see this increase and bounce off of that 200 EMA, that it was more of a watch. If it does go against you, again, always make sure you're disciplined and pull out of a position when you're at a loss of maybe like $20. And this doesn't look like it really had a large drop. It's from basically that $50 mark or $150 mark down to 146 or so. And now currently at 148. So it wasn't really a huge drop, but you might have hit that 20% if that would have dropped from where I recommended it, somewhere around here. Seeing how that would bounce back, it's close to that 20% mark. So um, why am I typing in my name? All right. Carl, please stop rubbing against my chair. Um, let's see. Matt, what do you think about fetch? That just came on Coinbase. Fetch.ai or something like that, right? I've seen it, but I haven't actually like taking a firm look at it. I think it will pop up somewhere down here. Yeah, fetch.ai. I haven't actually went into any of the education to get free fetch, but let's look at it real quick just to understand what the idea of it is, how much is there. So currently at 764 million circulating supply. That's pretty low. Typical hold time is 14 days. It is pretty popular at 51, more popular than Polymath, to tell you the truth. Whenever something comes on Coinbase and it's new on Coinbase, it's been on here for a little bit, you start to see a little bit of an increase. It's looking like it's starting to get towards that higher point, where it is now at like 88. The higher point, I guess, is about $1, but seeing it at $1 still brings it to a low market cap. It has the ability to go to a higher market cap, I'll tell you the truth. When you see something that is at about $1 billion, the average that I look at is around 3 to 10 billion. So you can definitely see this triple in value, and the total circulating supply, I believe, is below, or is right. Sorry, is the total circulating supply, not this circulating supply here, the total supply is somewhere around, it's over 1 billion, right? So sitting around 1 billion, 1.5 billion, whatever it is, I would have to look at coin market cap. You can see a level of maybe $5 or so at an average market cap, not something of a high market cap or full potential. Full potential could be a lot higher, of $20, $30, whatever, could be even closer to $100. But the issue is that you don't ever want to look at the full potential. I mean, you can, but you want to look at something that's like average potential. If it gets to $3 billion market cap, like a normal, popular position, what will happen? What will happen to the price? And the price will obviously increase to about $3 to $10 or so. So yeah, I like it. I don't know the detail behind it when it comes to just understanding the usability behind it, the use case behind it, but it does look interesting. I'll tell you that. I'll add it to my watch list, and also look into getting it because I do have free money that's coming in soon. Actually, it should be free right now. Let me go ahead and submit to get that money put into my bank account, and then we'll go from there. It should be good now. Okay, so that should take place between 1 to 3 business days. I should be able to receive that, and then I'm going to look into this, and hopefully it's at a lower point. We've seen this. Let's look at this over a month. We've seen this at even lower points somewhere around August. The funny thing is that's where I've first seen it. I think it was August, somewhere in August. So it was at a lower price point. So yeah, looks good. Matt, what do you think? I just read that. Any thoughts on Dash as well? I did have strong feelings about Dash. Dash has less circulating supply, but it doesn't seem to have strength. Like people don't hold it because the total supply here is you look at it, it's around I guess around 20 million or so, right? And right now we're sitting around a market cap of 2.1 billion. Now, if we look at it at average, we can say that this can basically double at 4 billion, which it would be $400, could triple at 6 billion, which you would see it at $600, and so on and so forth, right? Obviously, once you start to see this total supply here increase, you'll start to see this market cap increase, and basically see that to a point to where it would decrease by basically half. So if you see this to get to 10 billion and then they implement or they introduce all of their supply, you would see that price that it was at previously dip down maybe to half of that value, just because they're adding on more supply. But the volume is down in Dash, and I had to actually pull out of my Dash coin at an increase. I bought in at, I think it was 140 when it was at its like real low. It might have been like a couple, it might have been a little bit ago. Let's go. You can only go out either a month or a year. So it was somewhere around here. Yeah, July. I bought in somewhere around 120. I ended up selling around 200. It was 200, 220 something. So basically I made $100 out of both of those. I put that into other positions like more in algo. I put more in algo. I put more into polymath and Cardano. So I put it into other positions that I am holding here that do have more of ability to increase. Dashcoin is good, but it's just not showing any like positive movement. From May, that's the most that we've seen, you know, getting up to 478, which is great for a brief moment. But you still have, you know, basically 10 million or close to 10 million coins that still need to be added to the pot, which is basically nothing, you know, but still, it's still 10 million. My girlfriend's boyfriend says you the man. Thank you. Just tweeted Gary Gensler told him the boards of hedge funds to close their short positions, and I'm a Freemason, and asked him for help. We will squeeze soon. Buy the dip while you can. More than all, think we will see low 40s on AMC today / tomorrow. I hope not. What's your longest drive? My longest drive, when I was actually swinging the club a lot faster before I took a long break from playing golf, because obviously I was taking a lot of things seriously on YouTube and work and everything, and I'm still doing that, but I'm just trying to manage everything, you know, kids, YouTube, work, all that stuff. Which my longest drive, I would say I hit the ball. There was a green that was 226 yards away, and I actually drove. I didn't drive the green. I was on the right side of the green, basically pin high. So it was around 320 yards. And that was definitely my longest drive. I've hit some that were around 304 at one of the what's it called, the golf events that they have. They have a golf event in Philly. Like it's like this sort of thing where you buy clubs and all this other stuff. I can't think of the name of it. Like a Philly golf show. And they have a long drive there, and my longest drive was 304, but it was nowhere near the longest drive to win. The longest drive was 370. So I didn't win that. But now I'm driving it at max 260, 270. And that's total distance, not carry distance. Now my average carry distance is like 220 for a driver, and it's not good. Like I can hit my 3-wood the same distance as my driver. So that's definitely an issue. And right now I'm in the process of increasing my swing speed. So I'm going through this whole, like, you know, training to increase swing speed. If you want to check that out, it'll be on my golf channel, which is Matt Perry Golf. You say short of stock? Matt is hedge fund confirmed. No. Bought 67 shares of UEC yesterday, hearing the news about the uranium. I'm not too confident in the chart. Thoughts? I don't ever invest based on news. I barely invest based on news, because a lot of times news ends up breaking the wrong direction. It's always like a buy the rumor, sell the news type of thing. But you say you're not confident in the chart. The chart looks like it's very bullish from here, going from that level of 188 and hitting that level again to increasing to a level of 359, or sorry, Yeah, 359 and decreasing down to about 312, increasing to about 331 where it is now. It's up about 2%. You said that you just bought 67 shares of it yesterday. It is sort of at its highest point from what I see on this chart, which looks like it's about a month chart. Let's look at 6 months. Yeah, so this is sort of close to its highest point. I understand the news of it, but it's very, very close to its highest point. You know, at 330, this has broken, or it's very close to getting to this level right here, which is a form of resistance at 360, and then coming back. So I don't know if I would have made that investment into that, just because uh, it's at its like close to highest point for 6 months. So you have multiple touch points up in that area of 360 or so, and it has resisted every single time. So seeing this large increase would have been great because you would have doubled, tripled your money, or I guess just doubled your money. But from where it is, I don't know if you can expect anything huge out of it. That would be just my opinion. Now, you could always see something else. It's just the chart doesn't really show me a lot. From the past, it's resisted levels lower than that, really hasn't gotten higher than that, um, you know, in its history. So its history, the only thing that has been up to that level was back in 2012. Everything else pretty much was below that level, of $3 or so. And recently, you've seen it resist multiple times at 360. So I wouldn't touch that unless it was at a lower level there, or even down to below $1. That coin is so fetch. Why was I thinking that? Why was I thinking that? I think they were trying to make fetch a term. That coin is fetch. Thinking alter is or eight alter ater. ATER is still a good play. I don't. You can play it, but you have to find the right moment where it's going to reverse, because it still has the short interest. It's just not going to be something that increases to the level of AMC or GME or a lot of these other short positions. Once you see that large increase, most likely you missed everything about that. So now you have to find the points on the way down to where it's going to increase, because that's the way that I'm looking at it. It's nice that you're getting out so much right now. Fall's just around the corner. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna probably be out in fall as well, but I'll have to go out. Like, I can't even go out early in the morning because it's probably gonna be cold. I'll try to get some out before the golf season completely ends, and I'll try and do some things in the simulator. I want to buy the impact screen, and I'm also gonna buy a projector, so that I can obviously project the image on the screen and everything. So that should be fun. I'm staying away from all the other pop-ups, so-called short squeeze plays. Yeah. If not GME and AMC, I will stay away, just like I've been staying away from pump and dumps. I wouldn't say stay away. I would just say um, be cautious when you invest into the position. Don't play it the same way you're playing AMC or GME. It's merely just a trade. You get into that position for a point to where you want to make money. Do not accept the fact that you're losing money on that and think that it's going to come back. Do not play it the same way. So when you invest into, let's say, ATER at a certain point, if it goes against you, sell. That's what I'm saying. With AMC and GME, if it goes against you, we know that impact or that decrease is hedge fund driven. So that's why we continue to hold or buy the dip. But with all of these other positions, if it goes against you, you're losing $20, get the hell out of there, because I don't want you to end up losing a lot more. Then you find a low again. If you find that low, invest into it and then rise up to a certain point. But do not hold those positions overnight. I wouldn't recommend you hold those positions overnight. I would recommend you just make a move within the day, and that's it. Hey Matt, do you think AMC will squeeze by the end of the year? If you had to, you take a guess, not financial advice. No, I don't think it will. I think it will increase. I think we will definitely see over 100 by December. Maybe even closer to 200 by December, but we will see a pullback. And then once we see more FOMO buying kick in, and they notice that this is just not going to work for them, for the hedge funds, then next year we might end up seeing that squeeze probably like mid-year. I'm thinking we're going to have a massive increase by the end of the year, and then in the beginning of the new year, closer to like March, we'll probably see another increase to where it does pull back a little bit, consolidates, and then could kick off the increase by mid to end of next year. Uh, Not just the increase, the squeeze from mid to end of next year is what I'm thinking. Morning. Do you have any thoughts on any? Is it a stock? Currently up 2.5%, was down 8.6%. If I look at history, it's higher than it's been in quite some time. I would say, what, $11 and 98 cents was that high. I guess you probably want to see it somewhere around those levels of maybe a dollar, maybe hitting some of these levels of $3 before you invest into the position. But this was something where it just increased a hell of a lot out of nowhere, basically doubled and came back right away as well. So one of those, like, not true pump and dumps, but definitely a pump and a little bit of a sell off, because it wasn't like a full pump and dump to where it increased 3x and then decreased back down to previous levels right away. Like, this had a solid candlestick where it had a lot of buying action, and even this candlestick, seeing where that is, you still had some good action there, and then even some positive action here. So it's not necessarily a pump and dump, but it's definitely showing that it had more pump and dump potential. Warren, did you see anything happen with IRNT? I have not. I have to take a look at it. Good morning. Let me just bring it up. See anything that's happening with that. Currently up 11%. It was up 20% yesterday. So yeah, this has been moving in a consistent manner. I mean, it moved up to $29, did decrease though, and got back online, and it's starting to increase back to that level. What I would expect out of this is either a resistance point at that 24, which it has surpassed that now at 25.80, or it will resist again at 29 or at $30 yet again. So you'll be able to make $40 out of it. So if it has any options, um, you probably could play something like that for that to increase, and you would have to go out a couple of days. You don't want to go out. uh oh, it looks like they only have options contracts pretty much every month. It's not going every week. But yeah, you can play that out and just go, okay, well, this will be what, about $400? $400 to play this. Jeez. Yeah, it'd be about $400 to play this, and then you could probably gain somewhere around $400 from it. So not a bad play. Because from what I see is that, in the next month or so, we'll probably see this, resist. We'll probably see this resist that $30 mark yet again, but it'll get close to it, and you probably want to end up selling your options contract then, or you can just buy into the position and see that move up. But it is on a consistent, line here, nice trend line, up, and soon you'll be able to see that touch point from what I'm getting from it. Obviously, if you're looking closer, it might show you something different, but that's what I'm seeing. um, I personally converted every free coin into Bitcoin. Yeah, see, I'm not doing that. I just don't believe in Bitcoin that much. Like I believe that it can get to a certain level, but like it's a standard gain. It's a gain that you can get with any. If you took 50,000 and spread it across, you can get an average, and probably end up seeing a larger average. Not only just gaining 100% of it, you can gain a lot more by spreading it out to different areas that could increase by well over 100%. You know, so if I put $1,000 into something and it can 50x, which is something that is very difficult to see, if it can 50x over time, then over the same time that Bitcoin might end up increasing 100%, then I can gain a lot from it. You know, $1,000 and see that 50x, that's $50,000. You know, $1,000 and just see it 10x, it's $10,000 or whatever. You know, I can look at something like Polymath and go, that has a lot of potential. How about I invest in a ton of that? You know, I can look at fetch.ai and say that has a ton of potential. Why not invest into that? You know? Oh, hey there, ADA. Thanks for waking up. What did ADA do right now? Um, yeah, ADA is up 3%, up back up to two about 250. Not bad. Long term hold. Do you see any downside? I'm not really a long term hold expert. I'll tell you that. The only time I look into a long term hold position is when it pays me a dividend, or it's like an ETF or a mutual fund, index fund, things like that. That's the only time that I actually make a move into a long term position. A lot of these growth positions, I'd rather play an options play, or I'd rather just play it for a quick growth rather than the long term growth. Yes, you could find something like Amazon or Tesla and get in at some of these lows and then play them out for years and then see that money increase a hell of a lot. But, you know, I'd rather just play the quick play. I see this as a long term play. Doesn't pay you a dividend. This has been making a positive move from where, like, from that $9 level in March of 2020. So seeing that increase from there, it's definitely a mover, right? So this has moved up to $93. I would imagine that you're going to see that get up to that point and resist at those levels. What I consider it a long term move. It looks like yes, it looks like it moves like a mutual fund or an index fund. So with the consistency and lack of large decreases, yes, you do have a larger decrease somewhere around here, but the consistency of this line, of this trend line, makes me think that it is more of a long-term option. However, it doesn't really pay you anything for holding it, so you want to be able to gain a larger gain out of it, and that's really the idea of holding a long-term play. For me, I just need to get paid every month or every week or every day. How time ADA wakes up. I've been trading in the same small 12% or 12 cent range for like 2 days. Been like playing ping pong. Yeah. Hit the like button. Yeah, we got 250 people here. Hit the like button before you guys end up leaving to go watch Matt. He starts at 9, I think. Still not 100% sure. I haven't watched him in a while. But I think my internet is about to go out. Well, that sucks. The question I like to ask myself when looking at a stock is this stock GME or AMC? If not, then I don't buy. That should be a standard question. Is that what? That's funny. Facts. That's a very valid point. I look at Bitcoin as way more than just gains. How do you look at it as? What do you look at it as? I want to know, like, how is anything besides gains going to benefit you? If you're holding Bitcoin, what's the benefits of holding Bitcoin? What's up, bro? How you been? Still holding? Yep, I'm still holding. There's like 5 more countries trying to make Bitcoin legal tender now. It may be a mover, but it's a shaker as well. We don't like Super Chat Macors. I'm sure that people like Macors. There's a lot of people that like Macors. I haven't played a single ad. Sorry guys. Morning Matt. One day ago you titled AMC video, "This thing is about to blow." Have you changed your view on that? No, I don't. I haven't changed my view on that. I know that they don't have as much firepower as they did before. So about to is like I don't know. It's a very weird way of phrasing it, but that's kind of YouTube way of saying like, "Hey, come look at this video," type of thing. But yes, I haven't really changed my view, and to tell you the truth, it wasn't ever like, oh, this is going to blow tomorrow or blow the next day. It's like, this is going to make a large FOMO move by the end of the year type of thing. So, here at Fire King, where do you get 0.00000002 BTC a day for 45 days? I'm going into Bitcoin pool, but I believe diversifying is key. I watched the video Meet Kevin put out on LTC. You should check it out. Yeah, LTC Litecoin is something that I've invested into. I've been invested into since its low point. I buy and hold Bitcoin as a hedge against the fiat currency of the world. I believe that fiat money will eventually be gone. I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know if that's an argument to say, hey, buy Bitcoin, because technically you can buy any coin to say that that will be the new currency of the world. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't make sense to me to like make that as a argument to hold Bitcoin. How does that really benefit you when everything, let's say everything is in a different form, a different currency, it's electronic, really. Literally everything is electronic. I don't know a lot of people that's holding, cash, right? So you even have your US dollar that's technically like still a dollar, still ties to the dollar, and it's worth a dollar, but it's an electronic dollar than anything. So no matter what, everything is more on that um, online currency or virtual currency type of thing. So I don't see that. I don't see that as an argument. Like, how will that help you out more than holding a dollar? Yes, Bitcoin will increase or decrease, and the dollar will not. But you can also hold something like USDT or USDC or something like that, and it will be tied to the dollar and not decrease or increase. But depending on where you buy it, like Coinbase, you could gain 4% or 2% or 5% or whatever. So for me, it's more about the gains than anything, because obviously I want my investments to gain value. But if I'm buying a bunch of Bitcoin at this stage, you're really only getting to a point to where you can increase by maybe 5% in a day, but then you can also decrease by 10% the next day. But then you could buy other coins where yes, you can increase by 100% or 200%. And if you're buying in at the lows, you minimize the amount that you can decrease. But Bitcoin at some of these high points or mid to high level points, you're going to see this decrease quite a bit. Like the people that ended up buying in at $50,000, they put more money in $50,000. Let's say they put 50,000 in there. That 50,000 now turned into 45,000. So you lost $5,000 easily versus putting it in diversifying things, not losing $5,000 easily. Yes, it's unrealized, so you don't really have to take that as a true gain, but we can have this discussion. I would love to have this discussion. Just have a live stream. um, is Bitcoin like the future? Is it better than every other coin? Uh, you know, I would say like Bitcoin is not the future. Tell me I'm wrong or whatever. But anyways, guys, hit the like button. Carl, if you don't stop, hit the subscribe button. Guys, I'm gonna get out of here. It's over 9 o'clock, so I just wanna I gotta get back to work and get some things done. So definitely hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to check out some of my other channels if you guys want to watch golf content, me in another light, another viewpoint. Then definitely go ahead and do that. And you can also meet my wife as well. I have a couple of videos over there. So definitely hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the